Hey Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on CapnclydesMTG. We got news again of a brand new 2 promo cards exclusively in Japan that I want to have, and I'm sad. But before we get into it and talk about it, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Links in the description to the Christmas giveaway, eBay TCG player stores. You support the channel. Heck, sign up on YouTube to become a member of the channel. It supports the channel. It's only $1 at the very least. You get videos early and all kinds of other cool stuff. Check us out on Discord with all that fun jazz. So yeah, about this. Well, let's just talk about it. So, highly exclusive MTG anime promos announced. So as you can see here, even though Magic the Gathering by far is the most popular trading card game in North America, it isn't the same in Japan. Over there, Pokemon rules with an iron fist. It almost does over here too. Followed by Yu-Gi-Oh! And Duel Masters, because the TCG market in Japan is incredibly competitive. Magic throws up many exclusive promotions to try to keep up. But won't they throw some competitive promotions over here? If we tell them they suck enough, will that help? Anyway. The rest of the world becomes jealous of all the crazy exclusives that Japan gets, but Wizards of the Coast needs an extra edge in the market to stay competitive. Yeah, that's because they probably should realize they aren't doing it right, we'll just say. But anyway, point being, what we have here is we have Tasha's Tidebinder. So it hasn't seen play in a long time. It even talks about it right here. It saw tons of play prior to release of Modern Horizons 3. Before then, the card made common appearances in standard and modern formats. Still a very good commander card. And it countered a lot of impactful triggers in modern format. Strangely, its mana value of 3 actually ended up being a boon, since the card could see play in cascade strategies. So, sadly, Modern Horizons 3 transformed the format once again, and the Tidebinder has been left behind. Now, the card's only about $2 to $4 normally. This version of the card, though, is going to be much, much more expensive probably. And if it's not, I'm going to buy some, because that is the sweetest looking Tidebinder I have ever seen. And I don't care if this thing's $1. I'm going to buy 10. Just out of principle. However, this thing's probably going to be 100, and I won't buy any, because that's how this shit rolls. So, yeah, about that. Anyway, that's the first one, and honestly, probably my favorite of the two. The next one we have here, we have Brotherhood's End. You can see here, it was another multi-format card that sees play everywhere from Standard to Legacy, supporting new artwork depicting the epic brotherly battle between Ugin and Nicobolas. The card offers some interesting versatility that's not seen in other Magic cards. You can either deal 3 damage to all creatures and planeswalkers, or destroy all artifacts, mana value 3 or less. Not only, well, it says Standard to Legacy, and it's not lying. This thing sees Commander play, Modern play, Legacy play. The ability to destroy all artifacts for 3 mana. I mean, Shadowstorm used to be a thing. It's still a thing. I'm not going to say it's not. But for 1 less mana, in like Legacy, even Vintage, you're going to blow up the same shit. Because everybody's playing artifacts that cost 0 or less. Maybe 2. Like, I mean, Shadowstorm can be a thing because sometimes artifacts are just bigger, but this is probably the bee's knees when it comes to that. I mean, it even starts for 2 red, so does Shadowstorm, so there's not much difference other than you don't get the big stuff, which if you're playing Legacy and other formats, there's normally not big stuff. There's just not. And the ability to use it as a board wipe against aggro decks is also amazing. So, another great card that we see like this. So, typically, it says here that Brotherhood's End sees more play across formats when the secondary mode of the card becomes more relevant. Legacy commonly has powerful artifact strategies waiting in the wings to prey on unsuspecting decks, making this card a great silver bullet. Yeah, so at the time of writing this, Brotherhood's End mostly shows up in standard sideboards. The card isn't a typical sideboard option. Sadly, there is a very powerful Legacy artifact deck. Most high-impact artifacts are above the mana value of Brotherhood's End, and Modern suffers a similar issue. Now, that said, Brotherhood's End is a type of Magic card that will routinely switch between being strong and weak depending on how strong artifacts are in any given format. So, again, this could even go for Tidebinder to some degree, but maybe not a lot. But all in all, these are just going to be sweet cards. So then we'll go in down here about how to acquire them. So it says here, as mentioned before, both these cards are promotional cards only available in Japan. To acquire them, players must participate in a reoccurring open tournament hosted to determine who is the best standard player in Japan. These promos will be awarded during the Player Convention Chiba 2025 event taking place on the weekend of February 8th through the 9th. There, on the 9th of February, the Japan Standard Cup Reki Run Launch Commemorative Special will be hosted. Brotherhood's End will be offered as a entry promo, while Tasha's Tidebinder will be awarded to players who make the top cut of the tournament. Depending on the number of players, the promos will go out to either top 48 or 64. So, Brotherhood's End is going to be an easy one to get. And it's not as spectacular or special. And the Tidebinder there's only going to be maybe 100 or so of them, so they might as well have just serialized them, to be fair. But I don't think this will be the only time we see them. So, additionally, players participating in the Champions Cup Final Season 3 Round 2 event held during the same convention will also have the opportunity to win these promos. Okay, so there'll be other stuff too. In this case, top 32 will get the Tidebinder. Wizards of the Coast article revealing these promo cards suggests that more opportunities to win these promos will be offered at future standard events. And that's kind of what I figured. So, it says here, considering that Tidebinder seems surprisingly rare, this promotional card might be worth a surprising sum. North American players interested in acquiring these cards will need to have them shipped from Japan. In our experience, Harua is the best place to make this happen. Yeah, they're pretty good guys. Japanese exclusive promotional cards like these are commonly rather expensive. The anime-style artwork is absolutely gorgeous, which means some eager North American players won't get their hands on these cards. While it is rather difficult to acquire these cards in the U.S., it just makes owning them that much more special. Sure. But I think the thing to take away from this, let's say 64 players at the event get a card, top 32 at the other event, that's roughly 96. And these cards will be handed out at other events. I think these will probably be promo cards. I don't know if you guys remember back before it was Magic Con, we had like, I don't even know what they're called anymore. Oh my God. Grand Prix. Holy shit. Wow, has it been a while. Back when we had Grand Prix, they would take a promo card like this, like Brothers War, for the entry and then Tidebinder for winning. And they would do that for a whole season of Grand Prix. So, I remember going to several Grand Prix to get a play set of 4. It helped justify me traveling to go to all these Grand Prix and playing because I also got these cards for free. Now, I'm not saying just fly to Japan and play in all these tournaments. As cool as that would be, I highly suggest it if you have the money because it's, Japan. But anyway, these will probably become more available as we get deeper into 2025. So in the beginning of 2025, these will be very expensive. And hopefully, as more of them flood into the market, they will start to tail off toward the mid or end of 2025, I hope. If not, well, they're for Japan anyway, so I guess we're just SOL, right? That's okay, though. We got that cool new secret layer from Chaos Vault, right? Right? It just hurts my soul. So with all that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, be kind, and as always, I hope to see you across from the game table. Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget, streaming Path of Exile 2 on Twitch now, so I'll be doing that almost every day, so come on over and let's hang out.